What's up, everyone, and welcome back. It's Forgotten Circus. So, before I get into the video, I'm going to ask, where's Dark Soldier? Has anybody seen Dark Soldier? But yeah, so let's get into the video. So, the Acolyte, unfortunately, it's what we all feared, people. It has happened. The Acolyte has been canceled. It's been canceled. It's no longer going to. They're no longer going further with this. I'm trying to do this without laughing. I'm trying to. I really am. Hold on. Just let me get into my spill. It's 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 nothing now. Just dust in the wind. Um it's canceled. Canceled. It should have never been done. It makes no sense, to be honest with you. Let's really get into it. Let me I'm going to pitch an idea to you. Um we're going to come out with a TV show. So this is my pitch meeting. We're going to come out with this Star Wars High Republic Jedi TV show, right? Okay. That must have been the pitch meeting. And then they just waited till it was done. See, this is a Kathleen Kennedy and a foreheadland problem. This show should have never been. And you know what? I did it for y'all. I did it for all my subscribers. I did it for y'all. I watched through it painfully, and I survived. I am a survivor of the Acolyte. So now I speak to you. It broke all types of lore, made no darn sense. And this is what we're producing with Lucasfilm. Look at that. I don't even know why you just. I would just not even said anything. Most people are probably expecting like, yeah, just don't do it. I wouldn't even have said anything. People been talking about the Acolyte, like not even say it's canceled, because now it makes you just look even more terrible. Disney Lucasfilm. Wow. It was. I would have to say it was a incredibly. How can you say? Enlightening moment in television series for me to see how something that was so coveted, Star Wars, just literally being put into this tight bubble of a corporate entity, and they're just slowly swallowing it till it implodes and eventually drifts off into a black hole. Damn, that was kind of dark. It shows you how passionate I am about Star Wars. But yeah, so hey, this may be a good sign, people, because I do have some news for y'all. I do have some news. And this is from me. This is how I can help you out. Disney and Lucasfilm. This is how I can help you out. And it's with all the mumbo and jumble and all the because you got a lot less going on than Marvel. So you can swing this if you do it right. So since you're doing the Mandalorian Grogu movie, all right, who cares about season 4 of the Mandalorian? Aha, you got Thrawn. If you can get everything together here, you got Skeleton Crew coming out. And I know a lot of people are like, I'm not excited about Skeleton Crew. I'm not even. I don't even know if this is canon. Whatever. But so with Star Wars, this is what you do. Because you can make this your 10-year timeline, right? So you set everything up like this. You're building up. You do Ahsoka season 2. Ahsoka season 2's got to be in there. That's been green-lighted. You're already filming and doing everything for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, you know? You got that going. You'll have, so you can build that with like all the characters, getting them all together. Now you're building kind of your little Star Wars Rat Pack Avengers going on, right? Because you're going to have some Mandalorians, you're going to have some Stranger Things going on, and Goonies with those. So that throws in the mix so that's your little, I guess, your little Guardians of the Galaxy. We can make this work. We can make this work. I'm going to help you out where people will probably like it, and I would probably like it, even though, you know. But so you got them. So you're building them all up, right? So you do like, because the Mandalorian, Grogu, Din Djarin Djarin Din and Grogu, they do need their movie. They do. I don't even think you should do another season. Just do the movie, and then here's my plans, right? So you do Ahsoka season 2, you got that in there. You do the Mandalorian Grogu movie that has a satisfying ending, but then Thrawn is still the threat. So now you got your little Thrawn saga, because right now Thrawn is more intimidating than the Sith, and he's not really that intimidating. So you got the Night Sisters, Dathomir, and all that, right? And I have to get back to that before I get into that. No, I'll keep going with this. But so you got that going, right? And then you build up a trilogy to that where they're fighting a war with Thrawn. So you really don't have a lot of Sith and stuff like that. It's more you got Jedi. You probably got some. You can even throw in some acolytes. I don't care, whatever. But then you got this big like end game type stuff in Star Wars that's bringing some new. If you want that feel, you have to go all the way in and make it make sense to the old school fans too. And then you have to bring them over because you already have the younger fans. Your problem is you can't bring us old over. And we the OGs. So if you do it like this, so you have that whole saga going and better acting, better sets, no sound stages. I want on set. If you're going to do something that you spend all this money, Disney, Lucasfilm, make it big. And after that plan, you got all those. See how many years have gone by? Because what is the Mandalorian Grogu is 2026 or 2027. Then Ahsoka will probably be in there too. You're going to have to do Ahsoka season 2. You're going to have to fit that in there. Skeleton Crew's coming up. You'll probably have another Star Wars thing going. So yeah, so you're spinning that out for a couple years. Then you finish off with that movie, and then you run into the Tron trilogy right there. And there's spaces in between because you got to film this stuff. It's a big budget. Now you just took away 10 years, a decade with Star Wars if people start liking it. I believe if you pace it right with this, stay with the Mando stuff and make it, just don't woke it up. Because you can bring the people back, because everybody would say season 1 and season 2 of Mandalorian were incredible. And it was a big wake up call for Star Wars. It was that gem thanks to Jon Favreau, and when Dave Filoni was hitting on all cylinders. I'm not even going to get into that. But yeah, so you could bring it back if you do this right and pace it and make people more interesting, bigger budgets, no sound stage and stuff like that. I'm talking about sets. Do it big. You space that all out, and then you can run into where people forgot about the trilogy. And then if you bring in Luke in, if you were bringing Luke, you could bring Luke in this. And I do want him to be recast. I think it should be Sebastian Stan. And everybody's like, well, he's a Winter Soldier. That is so far apart. Those two characters are ridiculously far apart. That's apples and oranges. So it'll work. Or cast somebody that looks like him. Recast Luke. Have him, instead of the agent, recast him. It's okay. We'll understand. We just want Luke. That's the one time you want the character there. Yes, Mark Hamill was phenomenal as Luke. He portrayed it very well. But somebody else can. You know what I mean? You run into that Heath Ledger Joker and Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Two different, but the same thing. So then you recast, and you got him fighting in this, and you slowly sit there and erase that trilogy. And then you know what you do, because it's 10 years now. People, if you're making this one hot, they're going to look like, what is that? Is that even canon? They'll be like, well, technically we're experimenting. See, you could come out Disney and have a whole thing. We're experimenting, and it put us on our path. And that's not really canon. That's like some side multiverse universe side thing. that happened, but now we're in the real universe because that's what y'all do with the multiverse and stuff like that. And then you can just restart it, have Luke become like Emperor. All you just open the bag for so much more with a younger cast. There you go. That's what I got. If you follow that, maybe it works, maybe not. But I think it sounds good. I'm interested. But and now back to the Acolyte, which I just you wasted Plagueis. How are we going to fix that? Kiadi Mundi, who now? How is it so? Manny or whatever his name was, Smilo ran friggin'. I almost forgot the names. Jeez, of the twins, which were twin. They weren't twins before, but then they became twins. They weren't identical twins when they were young, but they became identical when they were older. Spitting knowledge. Yeah, but you wasted Plagueis. It was cool to look at him being a chameleon on a rock. Yeah, like he's not important or anything. So kind of wasted that. So then you got all that, do the new trilogy, and then you go back. And everybody forgot about the good old Acolyte. And then you could do some prequels and carry it another 10 to 15 years. Sounds like a good idea to me, doesn't it? Disney, Lucasfilm. And that's the simple Jack way. Okay? I'm just saying. Very easy. But do what you want to do. But unfortunately, the Acolyte is no longer there. It's going to be, I don't know. I wonder if they'll have books coming out of that. I can't. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm sorry. I need to stop beating up on Star Wars. They'll come back eventually if you do my plan. My plan. So do you want to treat us like a board meeting? Yeah. We'll treat you like a bunch of reviewers that, the ones that do the spell correct and stuff like that. That's how you need to be treated. Stay with the lore. You created new lore with Mandalorian. So stay with it. Roll with it. And then you got lore from Thrawn coming in. Yeah. We can have Bo-Katan, freaking all of them. Sabine Wren, bring them all in. Have your little Avengers moment with Star Wars. It probably will be successful. If you can bring the old fans back and do it right, all you got to do is put Luke in there. And like some other random Jedi. Like, have Luke come with a bunch of, hey, you can even bring some new Jedi, but Luke's still in charge. I would like to see that. See him building his school and he pauses it, halts for a little bit. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. Yes. And the one thing I don't want you to do, we don't need to see Grogu or Yoda or Yaddle's planet. We don't. That's part of it. George Lucas, if you want to follow by George Lucas, it's a planet we'll never know about. Just like the Chiss Empire with Thrawn. It's cool, man. It's always going to be that mystery. That's what made Yoda so unique. And that's why it was so surprising to see little baby Grogu. Little baby Yoda. But anyway, that's all I got. So tell me if you are so broken up about the Acolyte being canceled. I mean, I did it for y'all, man, so you can at least comment. I watched that for my subscribers every single episode, and I dropped a review on every single episode. I went through that for y'all, so you didn't have to watch it. So can you please comment, like, and subscribe to this channel? And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.